I'm in both the YouTube Partner Program and the Bonuses on Instagram program. Both programs pay content creators for creating content that might include reels, posts, and carousels on Instagrams or shorts on YouTube, as well as long form video. My highest payout on Instagram is over $1,300, and so far my highest payout on YouTube is less than $250. And yet in this video I'm going to talk about why I think the YouTube Partner Program will be my new favorite program of 2025. For those of you who didn't even know you could get paid to create content on YouTube and Instagram, here's a breakdown of both programs. I'll start with Bonuses on Instagram. Here's what we know. Instagram is offering creators up to $300,000 over 6 months for exclusive content. If you have a subscription to Business Insider, you can find the article in the link below, or here's a 1-minute breakdown. Meta is offering TikTok creators up to $300,000 to post on Instagram. Business Insider article is behind a paywall, but social media consultant Matt Navarra did drop some of the details on Threads. Some new details specific to this program: you have to sign a contract. It will pay between $2,500 to $50,000 a month, and some of your content must be exclusive to Instagram. Some of the other exclusives is whether your primary platform is TikTok or YouTube, you have to promote their content on Instagram via the link in bio, and Instagram may also promote you via ads on TikTok, Google, and other ad stores. Those programs will require you to create a certain number of videos and expressly put them exclusively on Instagram or Facebook for at least 3 to 6 months. Bonuses on Instagram is also another way to monetize your content, but it is an invite-only program. I will cover a few things here because there are some things that people get confused about. First of all, the program is invite-only, and it is not for personal profiles. At this time, it is limited to creators in South Korea and the United States. Don't ask me, that is a Facebook decision. And so if your profile isn't already set up as a business profile or a creator profile, you are not eligible to even be considered for invite into the program. So I would pause this video and go make sure if your content isn't already a business profile or a creator profile. If you're a content creator with a large number of followers, let's say over 10,000, then you can also look into Facebook and or Instagram subscriptions. It's exactly straightforward as it sounds. You set up your subscription, set up your payment account, either through ACH direct payment, or you can set it up through PayPal, which is what I use. And then you can create exclusive content for subscribers. Effectively, you can set it up. I believe there's a range. I think it's $199 to $999 right now. Mine is $499, for example. And anyone who subscribes to that will get exclusive content from subscriptions on Instagram or Facebook. These program requirements are right off the Facebook website, so I'm not going to read it to you. It is linked in the video description below, but I am going to highlight 2 things here once again. As you can see here at the top, it is only available in this case for United States, South Korea, and Japan. You can go to the Facebook website to see if or when this will be available in your country. And when you see right here in the middle that it's only available for select creators. So as a reminder, this is an invite-only program. When you're invited by Instagram to one of these programs, it'll show up automatically in your Instagram profile. It will look something like this if you log into the app. Or it'll look something like this email that I got here earlier this year. It'll go over the program requirements, any updates, how you're eligible, what you have to do for eligibility, and it'll tell you how much you're eligible to be paid for this payout period. As you can see here, over this next 2 weeks, I'm eligible up to $15,000. I've been in the Bonuses on Instagram program for about a year now, and I've been chronicling that experience in a YouTube playlist, which you can find linked to this video. I'll also link at the end of this video with an end cap, or you can find a link in the video description below. That brings me to the final step, how to create viral reels, content tips and tricks. So I'll bring in this video. One recommended follow that I would have is the head of Instagram. He's actually very engaged on both Instagram and Threads. And here's an example video that he dropped about how to go viral on Instagram. And then I'll do a masterclass breakdown of why I think he did some of the features in this video for creating viral content. And I'll show you the ones that worked for me to get 1 million views and 7 million views on some of my reels. This clip is only 60 seconds long, but it offers a masterclass in how to go viral on Instagram. First, he sets the hook in the first 10 seconds. I would recommend that you not even have an intro or an outro in these days. I would have a call to action, but just do so verbally, because most people are dropping off of videos within the first 10 seconds on Instagram and the first 30 seconds on YouTube. So just jump right into the message. And as you can see here, he just puts a title and what that video is going to talk about. And then he also uses this as the still screen for that reel. In this case, you can set your reel still screen on Instagram. And so you can set the message of the video, and he's accomplished all this in just the first 10 seconds. You see here the title goes away, which is a personal preference. I personally like to keep the title on the reel for the length or the duration of the video, or for at least 30 seconds or the entirety of the video if it's only 30 seconds, just to remind the person what they're watching and learning about. However, another best practice that I see here is closed captions. You can use a closed caption app. However, captions are free on pretty much every social media platform now. That's why I would just recommend using the free captions available to you in the app. I skipped ahead here to the 30-second mark for another best practice. He brings up key information and he refers back to that title on the screen. You can also see here that throughout the video, he's making direct eye contact with the audience to create a personal feel and connection with the audience. This is another reason that I don't like to read scripts. I like to just have a conversation with you. As he says here, 2 more best practices, but I'm actually going to hit them in reverse order. Remember that all of these social medias have various community guidelines, so you have to keep your account in good standing if you want anyone to see your video. So make sure that you follow those. But more importantly, he talks about having the video not be longer than it needs to be, in this case, less than 3 minutes. That's why I don't have an outro. I just do this. For those of you unfamiliar with the YouTube Partner Program, I'll quickly run through this because YouTube has its own video. It's only about 4 minutes long, so I'll link to that in the video description below and recommend that you watch. Right from the Google and or YouTube support homepage, here are the 6 things that you need to get into the YouTube Partner Program. However, most importantly, you'll need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours or 10 million views on your shorts. They have changed this program up a little bit where you can get into the program early and monetize some smaller features, not including ads, when you have 3,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Before I wrap here, there are also 2 books I'll recommend. I'll link to both in the video description below. And if you have questions and you want a future video response, I'm going to turn this into a YouTube playlist. So drop your questions below for that video response. That first book is Key Person of Influence, which quickly gives a 5-step breakdown for how to build a page of influence. The 5 P's that they recommend are pitch, publish, develop your products, grow your profile, and then work on your partnerships. Again, that book is Key Person of Influence. You can find a link in the video description below. Specific to YouTube and how to hack the YouTube algorithm in 2025, I would recommend the YouTube formula, how anyone can unlock the algorithm to drive views, build an audience, and grow revenue. While I'm grateful to be in both the bonuses on Instagram and the YouTube Partner Program, I am more confident about the growth and scalability of the YouTube Partner Program, and I'll give a little bit of context to that. So I have 35,000 followers on Instagram, and I typically make between $100 to $500 a month with their bonuses on Instagram program. In order to do that, I typically drop about 3 to 5 images a day, or reels, and like I said, that usually generates about 1 to 4 million views, and my payout is a couple $100 to $500. Again, I'm grateful for any payout. None of these companies have to pay me. However, I just joined the YouTube, or was just invited into the YouTube Partner Program. I only have 3,000 subscribers here, so that's 1/10 of the following that I have on Instagram. And yet, I've already gotten a few 100,000 views thanks to your support and a payout of $250 for this month. So with almost 1/3 the subscribers and almost a quarter of the views, a few 100,000 versus 4 million, I was still able to match the payout that I'm getting on Instagram. That's why my vote right now is that the YouTube Partner Program is the better of the 2 paid programs for 2025.